GPT-5, Llama 3, Gemini 2.5. I mean, it feels like every single week a new AI model drops, right? And they all claim to be the new king of the hill. The race to the top of the AI leaderboard is just more intense than ever. But what if that entire race is distracting us from what really matters? What actually makes an AI useful? Let's break it all down. So this is the big question, isn't it? It's on everyone's mind. We see the rankings, we see the scores, the breathless announcements. But in this explainer, we're going to challenge that whole idea. Is there really a single best AI, or is that just the wrong question to be asking in the first place? And this slide right here shows you the fundamental conflict. On one side, you've got that simple, clean leaderboard rank, number 1, number 2, number 3. But on the other side, you have the messy reality of what you actually need to do. Are you trying to write code? Or design a thumbnail for a video? Or do you just need an answer, like right now? These are totally different jobs, and they require totally different tools. So in this super fast-paced world of AI, leaderboards have kind of become the official scorecard. They give us a really simple way to see who's winning. But as we're about to find out, that simplicity, well, it's also a major weakness. And this just perfectly illustrates the first huge crack in the system. I mean, look at this. This isn't some conspiracy theory. It's the actual title of a research paper. The fact that scientists are literally publishing papers on how to game the leaderboards, well, that tells you everything you need to know. The rankings can be manipulated. But believe it or not, that's not even the biggest problem here. Okay, so the rankings can be gamed. We got that. But beyond just outright manipulation, there's a much deeper, more fundamental flaw in how we measure an AI's ability to actually, well, to think. All right, take a look at these results from a recent study on really complex planning tasks. A hypothetical top model, let's just call it GPT-5 for this example, solved 205 of these tasks. Now that puts it right on par with a specialized tool that was designed just for planning. So on paper, it looks amazing, right? It looks like the generalist AI has completely mastered this skill. But the story doesn't end there. So the researchers, they ran the exact same tests, but with one really critical change. They obfuscated them. And just look at that drop. Performance plummets from 205 solved tasks all the way down to 152. That is a massive 25% decrease. So what on earth is an obfuscated task? Essentially, they took the same logic problems, but they replaced all the familiar words like truck or package, with just random symbols. This strips away all the context and forces the AI to rely on pure reasoning, not just on word association. And the takeaway here is huge. While these models are absolutely incredible pattern matchers, their pure, raw logical reasoning has some serious limitations that these standard leaderboards completely miss. Okay, so leaderboards can be gamed, and their tests are pretty flawed. Let's get out of the lab and into the real world, where the best AI is simply the one that gets the job done for you. For example, a recent study put AI to the test in a really practical setting, social media marketing. They put AI-assisted content head-to-head with purely human-made content to see which one performed better. And honestly, the results might surprise you. So on TikTok, the AI-assisted content hit an 11.25% engagement rate. Over on Instagram, 5.83%. And in both cases, AI came out on top. So why? Well, it's because the AI was great at crafting hooks, structuring narratives, and optimizing captions specifically for those platforms. It was the right tool for that specific job. Okay, so for social media, AI is a pretty powerful assistant. But what about a field that requires a lot more precision and creative control? Something like professional graphic design. This is where a model's specialized features, not its general score, become the thing that really matters. So let's take a hypothetical new image model. We'll call it Nano Banana Pro. It's not just a little bit better. It has specific upgrades that are total game changers for designers. Perfect text generation, the ability to combine multiple images, real-time data integration, and professional 4K exports. And this illustrates the leap perfectly. An older model might try to generate text and you'd get these weird misspellings like ChatGPT. It's just not usable for a professional. But the new Pro model, it nails it every single time. For a YouTuber or a social media manager, this one feature alone saves hours and makes it the best model for them, no matter what its leaderboard rank is. Now, there's one more critical metric that most leaderboards completely ignore, but for a lot of users, it might be the most important one of all: pure, unadulterated speed. Look at that number, 877 tokens per second. A token is, roughly a piece of a word, so this is like reading an entire page of a book in a single second. It's the kind of speed Llama 3 can hit on specialized hardware, and it's practically real-time. For stuff like customer service chatbots or live translation, this kind of speed isn't a luxury, it's absolutely essential. So how does this work? Well, this speed comes from custom-built chips called LPUs, or language processing units. Think of it like this. A standard GPU is like a massive highway with tons of lanes. It's great for handling lots of tasks at once. An LPU, on the other hand, is like a high-speed bullet train on a single track designed to process language one thing after another with incredible efficiency. It's a totally different approach to hardware. So after all of this, it becomes pretty clear that we need to change the way we think about this stuff. The race to the top of some single leaderboard is really just a distraction from finding the true champion for our own needs. So what's the bottom line here? Look, leaderboards are at best a starting point. An AI's real performance depends entirely on the task you're giving it. A model that's a genius at pure reasoning might be terrible at creative design. A super powerful but slow model might be totally useless for a real-time application. The most important point is this. The best AI is always the one that solves your specific problem. And that leaves us with one final thought. The next time you see a headline announcing that some new AI has topped the charts, the first question you ask shouldn't be, is it the best? But instead, best at what?